You see the title. You see the title. Can he do it? Can he become the new sack king? Can he become the new sack daddy? Talk about it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though. Hey, welcome back to the home of original sports perspective. From our couch to yours, this is your Couch Rider Raven, Jermaine Lockett. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you coming to the channel just to chat it up as we talk about Baltimore Ravens. Got to love it for sure. We got people in the room already. But before we even get there, I want to say, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. Well, if you do that, it'll help the channel grow. I'll bring things back like green screen, and I'll do some fun little shorts for you. As long as we doing things to help the channel grow, I'll continue to do things to make this show even better than it already is. Because we already got this co-host of mine who's always late. You know, let's just face it. But he's got things going on in his life too. Camru is amazing and he's fun, and we'll bring him on the show shortly as soon as he gets done with class. Let's see who we got in the room. Lisa is here already. She wants to talk about it. She's always like, hey, we're going to get down to business. Let's get to it. And then she says, hey, Jermaine and Camru, since this is David Ojabo's sophomore year, how will he do as the new sack daddy? She's already given him the title. She just said straight up, at 55, we're going to go ahead and get that to you, regardless of if Bashadi's on the phone with right now with Suggs, like, hey, man, can he wear it? Let the man wear it. Let the man wear it. I mean, come on. You left us. Remember? You ain't got a whole ring without us. But anyway, moving on. Delicious is in the building. He said, what's up, Germ, Cam, Couch Rider crew? Do me a favor, bro. I hate Germ. I really do. I swear I do. As growing up, people used to call me Jerome or Germany or Jeremy. Just everything except that above. Like it was horrible. I hated it so bad. It was the worst. Oh well, I'll get over it. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through, because we had 1,188 subs. That one that left, sorry about you. I don't know what happened. He ran off, so I'm not too tripping on it. Tonight's show is apparently brought to us by the Lockett House Laundry, so you might hear some sounds in the background. Sorry about that. Let's keep it going. My man said, I got to find another nickname for you. Just call me Couch. Everybody else do either Couch, Couch Rider Raven, Let's see. Let's get it going here. So, of course, we got to handle some business. And today's business is about the motivational moments. So every episode, I like to just put a little something out there in the world, a little positivity, to have some people just, they might be down on themselves. They might need something to make their lives a little bit better. And I'm hoping I can help with that with you today. So let's get it going. This comes from Chispa Motivation for today's motivational moment. And see, I asked for strength. God gave me difficulties to overcome. I asked for wisdom, and God gave me problems to solve. I asked for courage, and God gave me dangers in my life. I asked for love. God gave me trouble people to help. God answers prayers. That is your motivational moment for today. I want you to realize that there are opportunities in every single problem that you may have in your life, and also opportunities to help others with their problems. And sometimes you see them, and sometimes they're obvious, sitting right in front of your face. One day I sat there, this was last week, and I feel bad about this one, but I'll go ahead and put it out there because you know what? Sometimes we just got those L moments. I'm ready. It's 6 in the morning. I'm woke up, got the kids ready, heading to the gym, trying to get it in. You know what I'm saying? Just ready to get strong. And I get to the gym, and there's this guy. He's in the parking lot, and I hear some tools hit the ground. I see a trunk of an Audi up, and I hear the F bomb louder than I've heard it in a minute all through the parking lot. Just one big and a spin and tools going crazy. And I'll be honest, I made a selfish move. I did. I walked into the gym and got my sets in. Meanwhile, my unselfish friend, Roger Sparks, shout out to my boy Roger, calls me on the celly because he's my gym partner. And I'm sitting here just working out. And I see him on the phone. And I'm like, what's up, man? He says, hey, man, you got a jack in your car? And I don't because I have a small Kia. I'll be getting something bigger. But I have a small Kia, and all it has is an air pump. What the issue was is the guy who yelled F was outside in his jack, which was kind of a weird Audi jack. I don't know how Audi does their jacks, but it fell and the whole front end of the car fell. And when Roger pulled up, he helped the guy pick up his car and put a tire underneath and showed the guy how to properly use the jack to lift the car back up. And the guy was extremely grateful. So shout out to Roger for doing the right thing. And I got to look for opportunities to be a better person and help folks. I skipped out on that one. I missed that opportunity. And that probably is going to change the relationship between me and this guy. Because I got to see him at the gym every single day. Well, you know, I'm not skipping. Every single day, I got to see this cat. And that's going to change our relationship. And I'll feel bad because I always think about that situation, how he needed help and I was selfish. And so I'm thinking in my mind, like, man, there's got to be some way I can, repair this and fix this relationship. Don't let it get there. Don't be me in those situations. Try to use that selflessness, that sense of compassion. Try to find a way to reach out and help somebody. That's your motivational moment. All right, so here we go, folks. Here we go. Today's topic. Let me pay some bills and we'll jump right into it. Let's see. Lisa says, you need 11 more to reach 1,200. Yes, I do. All right, y'all want to do me a favor? You want to show me some love? Share this 11 times in different Facebook groups, in different Twitter channels. If you share it 11 times each, we got 6 people in the room. That's 66 times that people could see it. If you do that for me, I would be forever grateful. All right. Wilbur says the Ravens' new sack king just signed with Cleveland to help Myles Garrett. Browns 13-3 sweeps the North. Hello all. Well, first of all, Wilbur, you already know that the Browns win every single offseason. They do. This year, maybe they're not winning this year's offseason. I'll be honest. There's a lot of teams out there like Chicago Bears that's been doing big moves. The Eagles that have been completely just wow. They have wowed the entire draft. And then, of course, they're trading for every single Georgia Bulldog runner. You see Bulldogs, try to grab one because the Eagles are on the loose like dog catchers, just snatching every last one of them up. Anywho, but the Browns, they win during the offseason. And then what happens in the regular season? It all falls apart. Anyway, love you too, bro. Love you. Lisa says that's just plain nonsense, Wilbur. I'm with her. I am with her. It's nonsense. All right, and yes, we're still salty about Z because his agent backed out on a deal on us, and then he goes over to Minnesota, and he gets his bag. Were we cheap? Will people continue to say that the Baltimore Ravens were cheap? They were trying to go in. That's what you do in negotiations. You start low. They start high, and we start somewhere. We end up meeting somewhere in the middle. Same thing when I go to negotiate for my truck. I'm going to come in extremely low. I'm gonna tell the dude like, hey, I want TTL for 42,000 straight out the door for this truck that's probably worth 55,000, and I'm gonna see if they gonna meet me somewhere in the middle. You can meet me in the middle. Anyway, but that's just negotiations, folks. And if Baltimore happens to be smart about it and it doesn't want to spend the entire bag going out the gate with the first offer, I think that's a smart deal. That's why it took so long to get the Lamar Jackson's deal done, because the Ravens were looking for the best opportunity to maximize Lamar paying this man, but at the same time, hey, like, can we save a couple bucks here? Because we don't want to give out $200 million guaranteed. We don't want to give out $230 million guaranteed. They were looking at realistic situations. Z saw like an opportunity to make a little bit more cash in another situation, and it's unfortunate we lost him. Now we got to play him. We got to play him here in Baltimore. That's fine. They'll act like we scared or something. We ain't never scared. We ain't never scared. Let's keep the party going. We're talking about Browns pass rushers. I don't care about Browns pass rushers. Do you see what's on my chest right here? Do you see what's behind me? We ain't worried about that. Let's worry about our guys. Let's talk about the defense. Let's talk about the sack king, Terrell Suggs. Of course, Suggs was a beast. We love Ball So Hard University. I was a graduate of Ball So Hard University. I loved sacks. I loved Suggs. This dude was a beast. And he hated Brady more than anybody I've ever known. And I just adopted that passion of hating Tom Brady. It just felt good in my soul. But moving on. We're moving on to the new guy. Moving on to a second-round pick who probably would have been a first-round pick if he didn't hurt himself on March 18th on his pro day. If he didn't hurt his Achilles, he was projected to be one of those top first-round picks because of his ability to work next to, I want to say it was Aiden Hutchinson, and how he beats it out during his time in Michigan. Dude, 6'4", 250 pounds, probably gained 10 pounds during the offseason. The coaches are ranting and raving about the guy right now. I'm excited. I want him to get his shine on. I don't care what number he wears, whether it be 55, 92, whatever. I don't care. Let the man ball. Let him loose, Baltimore. Let him loose. Let him cook. David Ojabo. This dude is from Aberdeen, Scotland. Weird, right? And he's a Nigerian born, but him and his family ended up moving over to Aberdeen, Scotland. He's played with Owe at Blair Academy. And he didn't have that much experience. I mean, let's just be honest. Like, we saw flashes at Michigan, but he's only played 6 games in 2020. So that was only, just a little bit of a taste that we were able to see there. And then in 2021, he steps on the scene, plays 14 games, balls out, gets All-American second-team honors, and he has 35 tackles. 12 of those were for a loss. He got 11 sacks, 5 forced fumbles. He was 3rd in FBS. This guy came on the scene just kind of like how Pat Queen did. Not much. There's not much to see as far as like depth of tape, but on that tape is the quality, and I think that's why everybody looked at him so highly. And of course the experience is not there. This guy didn't play football until his junior year in high school, and then of course he comes into Michigan, and that's where he gets a little bit of playing time and maximizes all 14 of those games in 2021. So like I said, he's AP All-American. He's got all the moves, man. He's got all the moves. If we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons characters, this guy's got agility. He's got dexterity. I'm kidding. He's got the ability to juke, spin, stutter. He's got speed. He's got acceleration. He's got great vision, good decision making. He peaks at the top of the arc, and his strip sack is his go-to, as you saw last season against Joe Burrow. Joe Shiesty sitting there, and he runs the arc. Now, when you look at how he runs the arc, I said all those different things about his ability, or to be agile, to have that speed, to have that juke. He used power on the left tackle of the Cincinnati Bengals in that final game of the season where the Ravens played the Bengals. He used a lot of power, and he was on the outside shoulder, leaning in. But I wanted to see the full portfolio of David Ojabo. I know he was just coming back, and he's just getting started. But right now, he says, "Hey, I'm fully healthy. I'm fully healthy, ready to rock." So, and of course, the coaches are saying the same thing. I think that's what McDonald said. He says, "We hit our stride at some point last season. He wants the Ravens defense to hit that point earlier this year, a little bit earlier this year." He says, "Ojabo looked great. He looks like he's ready to roll." And then Ojabo said today, like, "Hey, he's just he feels like he's back to being fully healthy." What he had to say about getting his first sack and having it be a strip fumble, he's like, it's a dream come true. He was just grateful to play. That's one thing I like about him is that humility. Yes, there are positions that require a great deal of confidence and swag and attitude. And there are some people that just don't have that, and they're able to get things done. They're able to get those plays in without actually having that crazy over the top type attitude. I think he's one of those ones that you're going to see it on the field. You're going to see it on the field, but in front of the cameras, he's very humble. Love his attitude. Love his personality. It's just one of those ones you connect to instantly because he's got that charisma. All right. So anyway, let's move in here. Just pay some bills. Lisa says Ray Lewis got his fair share of sacks. Oh yeah, Hall of Famer. Come on. Yeah, he did just fine in his career. I don't want to make any comparisons yet with David Ojabo, but I am excited to see this guy come in and be a part of my Baltimore Ravens. And actually, I want him to get the reps. And the same thing is, I want Ojabo to get the reps. Like Baltimore needs to take a look at how many games that Owe started and how many sacks that Owe has. The number is exactly the same. The number is 8. He's had 8 starts. He's had 8 sacks. Message. Start the boy. Start the boy. Give him some more reps. Don't put another veteran on top of him. Yes, I get the fact that Houston came through and got his 11 sacks. But Ojabo can do a pretty solid job when giving the opportunity. Give him more reps. Give him more starts. Let him get those sacks. Let Owe get his money. Let him get his sacks. So I was saying, like I said, just Owe has 8 starts and 8 sacks. Let him ball. Let him ball. And he's got 4 forced fumbles throughout his career, but he's had a bite-sized amount of starts, and he's constantly having to share these reps with other players. Let Ojabo do the same. Let them just both meet in the middle. Let them run the yard. Let them go crazy. And guess who's here? Brooke, you is late. It's 9:04. It was 9:04. Yeah, you late. You late. Shame. Anyway. Shane says he's late. He admitted it. He's like, but I'm here. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate y'all. Late or whatever. I appreciate y'all coming through. And Brooks is saying hello to Lisa. And I'm glad y'all all getting acquainted right now. We are still chatting about. I'm just chatting about the Ravens defensive line, or actually just the outside linebackers. The 2 that I want to see full on start and ball out this year. Camru is probably not going to make tonight's show because I'll be honest with you, man. I've had a long day, and I can go to bed right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. So in the comments, let's go ahead and hear it out. How many sacks do you think that Owe and Ojabo are going to get this offseason, or excuse me, this regular season? Because I think if Ojabo ends up starting. If he ends up starting for the Ravens, I want to say, yeah. And then of course you got that is a good point. Shane says, "What about Bowser's? What about Bowser?" Yes, there's another opportunity there for. I think when it comes to reps, I hate to say reps and sets because somebody else says reps and sets are entirely too much. If they're getting that rotation in, and it's just those 3 that are the main ones getting the rotation, I'd like to see each of them with at least so I'm thinking like Bowser gets like 5, maybe 5 to 7 sacks. I'm thinking Owe, because of the experience, because he's finally going to get more starts, I'm going to put him at, I'm going to say 11 sacks, and I'm going to say Ojabo 8. So between them, how many sacks is that? So we said 5 to 7. So I'm just going to put him at a solid 5 for Bowser. So let's say 5, 7, and then you got 8 I'm not doing the math. Y'all do the math for me or whatever. But anyway, so we are saying in the comments here, Lisa says 12 apiece. Whew, you got a lot of confidence. That's a lot of confidence right there. She don't shot her shot way out there. We need to go ahead and save this comment and send this directly to all three of them to let them know the bar is high. The expectation has been set. This is their feedback. They need to get 12 to be on point with Lisa. If not, Brooke will then pull up and grab Lisa, and then you will ride past M&T Bank Stadium, and then there will be words. There will be words. Shane says 24 combined, 40 for the entire team. I think we got to aim a little higher. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm thinking 2006 Ravens type numbers up in here. Can I get 56 sacks for your boy? Let me get 56. Because, let's be honest, we have a phenomenal crew between Simpson, between Queen. If Simpson and Queen and Smith are all there, we got people that are playing at the wheel linebacker position that are going to be blitzing like crazy because we got the intelligence of Smith on the side of them. So that's going to create opportunities there for to be blitzing up the middle, having these guys run the arc off the side. As long as, right now I see potential for us to get ran on, but for the most part, I think this team is going to be solid with the sacks. So I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, we get 56 sacks this year. Y'all can write that down. Put it up on the wall, whatever like that. Put it in the refrigerator next to your kids' grades or something, whatever. Just know we getting 56. All right, so let's see. Delicious says, with all three, I say 24 to 26 combined. Okay, so who's low man, who's high? Delicious. Brooke says 25-ish combined. So we're talking about the 2 or the 3. Brooke's thinking, I'm not sure if she's thinking 2 or the 3. Let's see here. And when I say 2 or the 3, I'm talking about Bowser, Oway, and Ojabo. All right, Shane says, okay. I think they was talking about us going for the 56. Yes. And then there's the coverage sacks too. I can see 55 to 60. I'm with you. Wilbert with the shade. Today's shade comment is, or this 5-minute shade comment is, the AFC North paid close attention to their O-lines this offseason. Raven sacks might come from outside of the division. I say no one makes 10 individually, between 10 and 20 total. Disrespectful. I doubt the Ravens are going to have 20 sacks total as a final number. I say 20 sacks total midway through the season, because this is a team that's going to apply the pressure. This is one of those teams that when Roquan came here, we were one of the best in the league at what we do. It's just one of the best defenses down the stretch. And Roquan made us just that much better because people could play wild because we had somebody so smart and so dangerous in the middle of the field. It let everybody else be better. This team elevated because of the player that Roquan was for this entire team. So let's see. Brooke, what you talking about 3? Oh, she talking about the 3 people. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, we ain't get no 3 sacks. Come on, man. Jeez. All right. So if we talking about strengths, we was talking about Ojabo's strengths. Like I said, he likes to peak at the top. He peaks at the top of the arc. His strip sack is his go-to. We saw that. We saw that he put on 10 pounds of muscle. We heard about that today. We heard he can't get Suggs' number because Suggs is on the phone with Shot and he's like, nope, it's not happening. I know he wanted it. He came back at the end of the season. As far as strengths, we already went over those. His weaknesses, they talked about it on his draft profile. Said he might struggle against the run, but of course there's more to be seen. We want to see exactly what type of technique that Chuck Smith is teaching this guy, because Chuck got experience. And I don't know if y'all looked at the coaching staff, but Chuck Smith, his experience as the outside linebackers coach, guess the people he trained. He trained Aaron Donald, Albert Hainsworth, who got paid back in the day when he was playing for Tennessee, and then he came over to the Washington team that, you remember what their name was. I'm not saying it. And then the O.C. Umenyiora for the Giants, Robert Mathis, dog, and then Carlos Dunlap for the enemy. Those are not names to be taken lightly. So I think Chuck Smith, if he's training Aaron Donald, obviously he trained him on some pretty good techniques because Aaron Donald does all right. He does all right. I would like to see what he trains him on to make him so effective against the run. It makes him just so effective in general. Because if Owe and Ojabo are getting trained by Chuck Smith, how dangerous can this combo be? Speaking of how dangerous can a combo be, my half is here. My other half of the combo is in the building, and I'm waiting for him to connect his device. Cameron just got out of class, folks. He'll be here in just a second. Let's read some comments here. Wilbert is a hater, by the way. Let's see. Brooks says Wilbert is a hater. He lucky if his team has 20 points to host. 20 points the whole season. I think we throwing out a lot of over exaggerations, a lot of hate going on. Just toss a lot of shade, just back and forth, little hatred and stuff. It's hilarious. Anyway, Delicious says, I'm curious to see how they use Tavius Robinson. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I want to see my starters start. All right, Tavius, like I'm just not excited. I'm sorry. I'm not as excited about him as I am about Simpson. I'm not excited about it. I like Caillou. I'm excited about Caillou. I'm excited about all the other guys who get opportunities to flourish this year that didn't get a chance to flourish last year. But I'm just not excited about Tavius. All right, let's see. And then Shane says no knives. What about knives? Not sure. Delicious says, I'm curious on that too, bro. She's curious about. I don't know. What you talking about? What you curious about? Brooke says something. Oh, Shane says he trains with knives. Who trains with knives? The AFC North will be scared. Oh, yeah, scared of the Ravens, of course. But Wilbur says, Brooke, that comment is inaccurate. Is a man, get out of here with that. Come on, bro. You come here with the shade. They gonna come for your soul in here, man. Brooke says, Dre, like man, you old. Let it go. Put your name in the Hall of Fame hat. Huh. Okay. Says the guy whose team is like 45th, like on his 45th QB. Yes, QB has been a major issue for the Cleveland Browns. I don't know what their deal is. They just don't know how to draft correctly. They draft the troublemakers, the attitude guys. It seems like just an ongoing trend of they cannot hit on a quarterback. Now they overpaid one, and they're thinking that's going to be that dude. And the thing is the jury has always been out on Watson. I mean, the way he plays, the amount of sacks this guy takes. I mean, he took, I want to say he took 48 in 1 year, 56 in another. I mean, dude was just constantly just getting sacked a lot, And then the Ravens dismantled him when they played him when he was in Houston. And he played a little bit better when he was in Cleveland, but I don't think he's worth the amount of money that they paying him. I don't know. I just I like Deshaun initially when he was playing for Houston, and I like the connection to him and Nuke had, but I don't know. It's just Cleveland. Cleveland is just the place that players go to, like, end their careers. Now, I think that Cleveland has a squad this year. I'll be honest with you. I think they had a squad last year. I just think that there's something wrong with that city that is taking the team or taking players, and it's just not turning out as well, or people want out as soon as they get in to get that bag. All right, let's see. Delicious says, I'm not going to lie. I didn't like the pick either, but he's good. He has good size. Pause. Okay. All right. Camru, you need to connect your mic, apparently, and before we can let you in the room. It says they will need to connect their mic and camera before we can add you to the stream. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Need you to go ahead and get your technical life together. Wilbur says, how come Ray Lewis hasn't come back to Baltimore to coach the LBs? has he ever showed any interest in coaching? Well, I don't know if y'all know the history of the Ravens. They had a past with John Harbaugh, and it was a pride pass because the team, when Harbaugh inherited the team, he inherited a team of defensive superstars with attitude problems. And because they had those attitude problems, it also was played on the field. You know, they played with attitude. They were dangerous, and they just needed to be unleashed on the offense. But of course, when you got players like that who are kind of unruly, they do what they want to do because they've been running the show this entire time. Brian Billick came through and was like, "All right, y'all defense, y'all do it. Oh, y'all bad. I like it. I like the attitude. Y'all do what y'all do." He kind of let them lead. He empowered them to lead. But when it came to John Harbaugh, he came in like fiery, like, "Hey, this is my show. I need to show y'all who's boss." And Chris McAllister had an issue with that. That's why he was gone. But then you got, was it around? I want to say it was 2011 or 2000. It was right before the Super Bowl. They were in the playoffs, and Ray and a few other players spoke up and said they don't feel like it should be a padded practice. And Harbaugh said, "This is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship." And then the players voted, and they said it's not a pattern practice. Harbaugh was ticked. There were a lot of players that after that championship, Harbaugh said, "Okay, look, we've won the ship. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to show y'all the door." Why do you think we got rid of Anquan so quickly? Because he was one of those players with a backbone. Why do you think Ray retired? Because he accomplished what he was going to accomplish. But had Harbaugh and him not locked horns, I think Ray would have probably stuck around at least an extra year. Then there's, of course, Ed Reed. He goes in the room with Harbaugh in one room, and then he goes in the room with DeCosta, and it's another story. It was not DeCosta, excuse me. In the room with Ozzie was one room, and Harbaugh was another room. Like, John basically got rid of and built the team up the way he wanted to build it up at that time, and it almost cost him until Lamar came along. Like I said, the duo is here, ladies and gentlemen, the legend, the myth, the rapper, the artist, the Barry White of rap. I give you Cameroon.
What's up, man?
What's good, man?
I hear y'all talking. Yeah, I'm late. I got businesses and stuff to do. I got stuff to do, man. I'm sorry. I got to run my own business. I ain't got no regular 9 to 5. I got to train folks, and then I got my own class. Sorry, sir.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Wilbert asked a really good question when he wasn't throwing shade. So he says, "How come Ray Lewis hasn't come back to Baltimore to coach the linebackers? Has he ever shown an interest in coaching?" I think Ray's got a love for Baltimore, but he doesn't have as much of a love for Harbaugh. That's just my opinion. And I think it's like he needs to be able to run his ship the way he wants it. I don't think he's going to be able to. That there's a certain amount of pride between a head coach and a pride between a Hall of Famer. And I don't think that those two would gel very well. I think it would be a very big storming stage if they did try to work something out like that because of the history that they've had. I think they're both grateful for the things that they accomplished together as player and coach, but I think they were glad to move their opposite directions and let Harbaugh do his thing.
I got a better one for you.
What's up?
I don't think those Ravens checks are better than that inside the NFL check.
The Ravens I guess they are paying pretty well. Yes, I mean,
check for coaching is better than that check for talking about football. I don't think it's better.
Yeah, I mean, Pat McAfee, a punter, is getting paid $120 million, right?
I don't know. He getting paid good though.
He getting paid.
He's making way more money than he did when he played ball.
Yeah, I mean, just took a basic podcast, turned it into something special, and now the boy making bank.
And then on top of that, you on ESPN doing college football.
And he a wrestler too.
He's been in the WWE.
Yeah, it was like jumping off a ladder on somebody one day. I just was flipping channels, and I'm like, what is happening? So he's still athletic. He's funny as all get out. I think he's going to do great on ESPN.
Yep. He's on College Game Day.
Yeah.
He's running for the past 2 years.
That's what's up.
Those checks is different, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to worry about somebody firing you because your team loses.
Yeah, you ain't got to worry about icing up. Like you ice vocals, but you ain't got to worry about icing up everything every week.
Yep.
You here, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab his coat. I got to do it.
having my dinner as usual.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go after the thrashed apple, but it's a little further back. All right, so let's see what these people said. Let's see. Delicious says Sizzle hadn't played in a few years. It's definitely time to give up the number because you think they won't retire this number.
We about to go to Hall of Fame. They ain't gonna give her the number Delicious. He in the Ring of Honor too. Mm-hmm. No, sir. Ain't gonna happen.
I mean, eventually they're gonna have to figure it out because they keep having guys like, Marlowe come along and Hamilton and Lamar when he retired. They're gonna have to give up some numbers. I don't know which numbers they're gonna give up. They're gonna give some numbers up to let these players come out here and ball and continue the legacy of the Ravens.
It's gonna happen soon.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's gonna go. I don't think he won't give it up now. He about to go in the Hall of Fame, and then
like I'm surprised that they gave up. Sam it was Sam Cook.
because he was axed.
Huh?
They act the who asked him who Cook's number?
With the new guy, Zay Flowers.
Zay has Cook's number.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, number 4, right? That's
Yeah.
right. But I think he asked him. He didn't care.
Yeah.
Plus he coaching, so it's not like you gotta go far to ask him, man.
Mm-hmm. Probably like, hey, you mind?
Yeah. I don't care.
Lisa says Cleveland gets drama king. Sorry, Wilbert. Telling it like it is. So basically, what you missed on is Wilbert has been throwing a little bit of shade all over the place as usual.
Z?
No, Wilbert's been talking trash on the Ravens, like basically talking about Lamar inaccurate. Some punt. They've been funny. He's been really he's put this material together today. So
He's working.
Yeah, he's working hard. Anyway, Pedro Bills says Harbs rode the energy of the vets he had when he came in and arguably killed that culture, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, when it came to the culture of empowerment, like when he came to empowering players, he kind of took a lot of the keys away after Ray left. Ray retired, excuse me. After Ray retired, there was a lot of the empowerment taken away from that defense. And Harbaugh said, y'all going to run it how I want you to run it. Now, when there was problems, he said, oh, it's the player's fault. But he did not empower the positions to be able to make decisions like Ray could. Ray would sit there and he sees something, a reason to audible, and next thing you know, he's yelling max, max, max. Because he knew, like, hey, this is an opportunity to stop the run. And he would have that ability to go in there and empower, and he was empowered to take advantage of those play calls and stop those plays from happening. He was like the ultimate chess player. Like, you go back and watch Ray's tape against Peyton Manning, it was like Peyton Manning would sit here and yell Omaha, and then Ray would sit here and yell something, and they would constantly counter. All this was happening before the snap. It was the funniest thing. But you see like two masterminds playing on the chessboard before the play starts, and then the magic happens. But it was like, wow, look at the guys here. They're both cerebral. Harbaugh didn't have a player that he wanted to empower after that like that. Even though we had Smith and it wasn't like that big of a transition between the position, the leadership and the ability to audible the calls was definitely more in Harbaugh's hands than it was when Ray was there. So let's see. Lisa says, actually, let me go back through. Brooke is saying, I read something about Ray saying he doesn't want to coach because it would take away his time with the kids. He did owe that time back, and he did mention about that. At least he not doing like Brady is and saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm retiring. I want to spend time with the kids. And then March comes around. He like, man, forget them kids. I'm pretty sure Brady's having some type of itch right now. Probably on the phone with Vegas. Like, look, I know I'm buying the team, but I'm going to play. I'm going to play. I'm not leaving. All right, Lisa says, when John came to Baltimore, if he didn't win a Super Bowl, he would have been gone. Yeah, I mean, no question. What's that?
Where you at? Exactly. I don't see that. That's why I'm looking myself.
I guess it might be a lot more comments. I'm just slowly going down. So this is from Lisa, and she's above. Her and Brooke are sandwich comment here.
Of course, she put up. Lisa said, I'd rather see Zay wearing 84 Why 84? Why that number?
That's different. Hang on, let me get down there.
Oh.
Yo, Little Big Reg is here. I didn't even realize. Okay, let me go back.
What up, Big Red?
Oh, Zay Flowers wearing 84 because he had comparisons to Antonio Brown on some of the reports. I
No.
don't know.
That sounds like bad juju.
Huh?
That sounds like bad juju.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind being compared to him, but I want to wear his number. I'm glad he's wearing 4 though. He's the fourth child, so that's why he's wearing 4.
Yep.
Why he picked the number 4 because he's the fourth child. What is it, 4 out of 13?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of kids.
What's up, Big Reg? Good to see you, man. Glad to have you in the room. Hey, we was talking about things y'all could do for me for supporting the channel. If you could share this with 11 people, not 11 people, or 11 different timelines on Facebook, or 11, or tweet it out at least once on Twitter and maybe 11 times somewhere else like that. Because at the time we had 6 people, or was it 11 people in the room? I don't remember how many people in the room. We was just talking about the assignment was 11 people. Share with 11 people. I appreciate it. Instagram, whatever, just get it out there. Anywho, Big Red says he still got a cough, but otherwise his crap is stopping me from streaming. Oh man, I hope you be able to get back to streaming soon. I hope you don't have to cancel any shows and stuff like that due to this sickness. Get your grind on, man. Do your thing. Y'all make sure y'all go out there and support Big Reg on his channel as well. And definitely support Cam Brew on his channel. What you up to lately?
Right now I'm getting ready to interview a friend of mine, this lady by the name of Tioshi. She used to work with the legendary hip hop group, the Fugees, and she used to work with Lauryn Hill personally. She used to work with a few other artists.
Okay.
I've known her for years, so I'm going to interview her. She's into beauty and other stuff. I think she actually moved to Mexico. She's teaching out there. Lisa says a traditional. Okay, so you want to have a traditional wide receiver number?
Traditional wide receiver numbers, huh?
Yes.
I mean, the thing is, they don't throw tradition out the window.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's like very rarely now you seeing these guys take anything in the 80s now. Like tight ends are still taking 80s.
Yeah, I was about to say only tight ends is getting 80s. It seemed like all the body that plays receiver went to college number.
Even Miles Boykin took 13 now. At Steelers wide receiver that he used to work here.
Yeah, he used to work.
he used to collect a paycheck here.
Yeah, he used to.
Yeah. There's so many of those guys from the past where you kind of like, man, if only.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. But yeah, it's just you want those guys to do great.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad that they couldn't do great here. Like Chris Moore, he's still hovering around the league, still got jobs.
Chris Moore been at Houston since he left.
Yeah,
he's catching touchdowns.
Yeah, he's catching touchdowns.
Couldn't do that here. Wasn't allowed to.
Yeah, like I got to play for a touchdown. Nope.
All you got to do is all he was able to do is special things. He wasn't allowed to roll into.
You catch an occasional third down pass or something along those lines, and then you see the flash, and you're like, "Yes, this is what we're talking about." And then they be like, "Go sit down." They're like, "Go sit down, Chris."
But you done.
All right, so back to the theme of the night was David Ojabo. So we talk about collective sacks between him and Adafi Owe and even Bowser for this season. Between the three, how many do you think they will have on the season?
19. Let's say 19.
19. Who's head dog on that?
Tyus.
You say again?
I think it's
Tyus Bowser. Yeah.
I think Tyus gonna lead the team.
Yeah, I think he has. Like I said, I like Tyus as a overall linebacker, do it all. As far as outside linebacker, I think his ability to play the zone is elite. His ability to be able to get off the line and play on the edge, no problem. Stopping the run. This is just that linebacker that I'm like, I trust him 100% of the time in the game. No problem. Give him the reps. But, As far as pass rush, running the yard, I want both of these burners on the edge. I want Ojabo and I want Owe, and I don't want nobody trying to take them reps away from this guys on the edge. Yeah, they tired. They need a blow. They tired of it like that. Okay, put in Bowser for a couple reps or like that. I got full confidence. So what?
Bowser start.
Bowser start, but I was just like, man, like in an ideal scenario, if let's say for some reason Bowser they put him in on run stopping downs, I'm cool with that. But it's like for third down, I want to see both of these guys out there on the edge.
You hold up. You want to take Tyus off the field?
I want him to hide, say like first, second down. I want Tyus on the field, but third down, I want Ojabo and I want Owe.
You know, Tyus was our leading. He was the leading sack leader before he got hurt.
I'm talking about just trying this different thing, this speed combo here.
Take away, you don't want to take away production, though, brother. You know,
yeah. I mean, we already took away production. We ain't signed Houston back.
No, Houston was okay. I understand that, but Houston wasn't starting.
Yeah,
Tyus was starting. He was starting the year that he got injured. He was. I think he had 9 or 10 sacks that year.
Yeah, I'm still saying. I ain't saying like, hey, take the guy away completely off the field. I'm saying first and second down, that's him. Third down, let me get Ojabo.
I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be packages. All 3 of them gonna be on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be cool. What if you got a package with him, Queen, and Simpson, and the 2 burners on it'd be sick. Ridiculous.
I can see it happen. I just don't want. Don't take the production off the field. Like I understand what you're saying. Like see them both on there, but we're not a traditional defense anyway.
Yeah, it's just not it. Like I mentioned before, this is the unselfish defense. So as far as the numbers are concerned, we're not going to see like that dominant, 19 sack a season or 18 or is it 15 sack a season type of player coming from Baltimore because of the fact that we do have that unselfish ability on that defense. That's just what they do. All right, Lisa says that's too low a sacks. That's okay, Cam. I guess the number you counted between the 3, you said 19.
I'm not saying you didn't say total as a team. You said there's those 3.
Yeah, between the 3 of them.
You going in on me, boy? You know what? Hold on, let me finish.
You about to come for Lisa's soul, dog?
Let me tell you.
What's up? Hey, Will Hunter, man, what's good, man? He said, no, Tyus all the time. He said, Tyus, low-key, our second best player on the front 7. I can agree with that.
I agree with that, Will. Hold on. Let's get back to Lisa. Hold on.
Go back to Lisa. Let me pull her comment back up. You've been called to the front.
For me today. Enjoy my chicken. I'm working hard today. I had martial arts class. I came home and eat. I had to rush here. Heard the man saying that the man late. I'm like, hold on, brother. You know I've got some things to do. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I got to come over here to defend myself. Now
I said, hey, he had things to do. I said he a busy man. I was like, he late. You
know what I mean?
We come for your soul, bro. We throwing the shot.
Hold on, man. Let me get I didn't see Couch X, those 3. You didn't say total. Now, if you want to say total, I think we might lead the lead in sacks, but I don't think it's going to come from. I think one of them is going to lead the team in sacks. I think Tyus is going to lead the team in sacks, but it's just those 3. Those 3, Lisa.
Why are we taking shots at the Dolphin?
Is it huh?
Reg taking shots at the Dolphin now. Call him slow Dolphin. No way.
No.
Disrespectful.
Y'all gotta let Adafe live, man. Even the coach saying the right things about what he did. Like he did a lot of good things, and he did everything that they needed him to do. I mean, I did forget that he was injured. Like he was coming back from shoulder surgery. But on top of that, I forget the coaches. It was more Justice who I listened to was Justice Houston. Justin was like, Adafe opened up a lot of the lanes for me to get my sacks because of the stunts they were running. Reg, chill out, yo. They have a chance to rock. Chill out. You know what I mean?
Oh, Brooke coming for you.
And Riff, what?
This is the Come for Cam show. Welcome to the Come for Cam show.
If Brooke didn't cook, you always not cooking.
Bruce said, "Reg come for everybody." That is true. Will says, as a team, I think 25 to 30 sacks will be cool as a team, but between the three, I'll take high teens, low 20. High teens, low 20?
I think we're gonna have.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have over. To lead, I think we had like 32 last year, didn't we not? As a total.
Yeah, it was pretty low.
But we were still in the top 5, I believe, in sacks.
I just feel like I just want that 2006 year. Let me get that 2006 year back, man. I mean, granted, we had some absolute beasts on that daggone line back then, man. It was insane. How many dogs we got? We was calling people from Denver like, "Hey, you trying to play? Cool, come on." I mean, yeah, not over there. Oh man, what is it? Trevor Price.
If we can get that in, we need to ask what that interior defensive line going to do. What the interior going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I need to find out because I need Justin to give me. I need Matabike to give me the lead spot.
I want Matabike, to go off. Look,
hasn't going off yet. Like
he gonna do it. He gonna do it because right now he ain't got Campbell sitting in front. Campbell sitting here. There was many times he had to fill in for Campbell when Campbell was out, and he did okay. But now, like, hey, this is an opportunity for him to show his worth, the full worth.
But he was the start. No, he was the start when base package. He was the starter across from Campbell especially when Pierce got hurt. He was out there. Now the big was out there. He just wasn't given. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just hard to move him around because he can't play nose. He's not big enough to play nose. He only 290.
I want what's his name?
Something gotta happen. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, the combination I want to see is definitely him out there getting those reps in. But I wanted to see the guy that we drafted last year, Travis Jones.
Mm.
I want to see him and Matabike side by side. Like, that's the combo I want to see. And then, of course, throw a little Broderick Washington in there, just roll it and have him in the rotation.
Mm. We don't have no pressure from the inside. We're going to be in trouble.
Reg is on one today. This man said he must be coming back from shoulder surgery his whole career.
What?
You need a hug, bro. you need a real hug, bro.
The man, like, I would think that these first 2 years weren't going to be like, I think everybody got like super excited after his rookie year. Because he had like 5, I believe, his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
And then last year he only had like 1.5, something like that.
You talking about Owe?
Yeah, but he
had 5 sacks last year,
right?
And then this past year, or this year, or I guess 2021,
his rookies,
5 sacks. This year, 3 sacks. Well, I'm like, dude had 8 starts, 8 sacks.
I mean,
it's
a new system.
Yeah,
I'm not making excuses for him, but it's just like, I don't know, bro. It's most of the time especially when you still new to the game, it ain't gonna click. Like, you're not gonna come in here and dominate. I don't know nobody that just came in here.
Now you coming for Travis, like, bro. He said, if Travis Jones don't get it together, he can come right back home to the hood with me. Travis had a year, bro. He ain't even had a year. You gotta start coming for people's soul, bro.
The Reds are out of control.
I've been upset with that Punk. I'm guessing Punk since they announced his name. Why you upset with him? What'd you get against Trav? He still your girl or something? She said, chill, Reg. Travis Jones gonna be good. That's what I'm saying. What you upset about? I think he probably wanted a wide receiver.
I'm probably there.
Cause I'm pretty sure Calvin Austin III was probably sitting on the board or something, and he was like, "I don't want that guy."
Who was it on the board?
Calvin Austin the
Mhm.
third. This is like last year, and
Yeah,
Calvin had. I mean, he had some blazing speed, but I mean, did Pittsburgh even use him last year?
I forgot they drafted him. I thought
Yeah.
I kept thinking about boy went to the Giants.
Oh yeah, the freak from Kentucky.
What's his name? Robinson.
Yep.
Yeah, he got injured.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he looks like this year for the Giants.
I think Perkins was already going.
Oh no, he was still on Owe. Okay. And
Hmm?
Big Ranch, he was upset with Owe. I don't think he got that against Trav Jones. Like, what you mad about Pickens? Oh, you want George? He wanted George Pickens. Okay, I think it was what, second round, right? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he went second round.
yeah. It's only so many players that we can go after. I mean, last year I think DeCosta had a better year draft than last year than he did this year. I mean, other than the Zay pick, I love the Zay pick. Don't get me wrong, but like after that, I mean, he was kind of limited. His hands were tied as to what he could do. I mean, I like the Caillou pick. Some people like the Tavius pick. I mean, it is what it is. Like we have not seen them play one down yet, and maybe they see something that we don't see. But I thought last year's picks were a pretty good class.
I really hope OA prove y'all wrong, man.
Yep.
Y'all really going all the way in.
What do you say now?
Red's still going.
Didn't like the Oway pick at all. He had 0 sacks his senior year and was getting blocked by tight ends. Yet we took him first round. I think you got it wrong, bro. 5 sacks I mean, he came after it. He proved everybody after 0 sacks in college comes out and gets 5 sacks at the next level.
Well, hold on. First of all, the reason why he didn't really get any sacks his senior year because they only asked him to come out there and play the edge, to set the edge. He wasn't. He didn't even. I don't even think he rushed the quarterback that many times.
And I think that's probably why he got drafted, is because he set the edge and helped with the run.
Well, if you go to the year before that, he had 8 sacks that year. So Mike, this is like because that's what Michael Parsons, like, he was setting things up for Michael Parsons a lot of times. Like Parsons played inside linebacker, but he came to college as an edge rusher. Oh, they did a lot of, you gotta look at the scheme of the defense, man. We can't just throw him under the bus. The man he did a decent job. Did he put the numbers up? But like if y'all watch the interview with McDonald, like, he even said him and what was it, Chuck Smith, Doctor what's
Yeah.
what you call him, Dr. Sack, Doctor.
Yeah. He be like, dude, trained old boy Donald, man, beast.
Yeah. He even showed. He said that him and Chuck were reviewing all the tape. He said, "Yo, he did a lot of good things. It may not show up for y'all on the stat sheet as far as like the sacks, but the things that he did to help other players unselfishly made, he said, I'm satisfied with what he's doing. He's like, do he want to get better? Yeah. But watch it. I'm not going to tell you everything he said. Watch the video. It's on that.
Respectful. He said, he set the edge with his face in the dirt. They turned that man vegan and force fed him great.
Chill out, son.
Bro, we're going to put you in the corner.
Hey.
We're going to put him in the corner. Anyway, hey, if y'all want to give a big raise to slaps, go ahead and put him on. Actually, yeah. 2 hands for hugs.
Man,
he needs a hug, bro, not the slaps, not the hand slaps. Sometimes you just need to give people that hug. Go ahead and get that hug. That's a big raise. All right, so going back to what was there on the clock when we picked Ojabo, apparently Pickens was there when we took Ojabo. Now hindsight is 2020. I mean, when you're looking at what Ojabo, where he was projected to go.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, where he was projected to go.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Ojabo was projected to go first round. So essentially, it's like we got a first round pick, and this is where we're going to see the benefits of it this season, not last season. And we knew that. We knew that when we picked him up.
Yeah, y'all been Ravens fans for a long time. Y'all know we're an ugly team. I don't understand all this pretty stuff y'all want.
Yeah.
All the high fly action, like The greatest show on turf. We
Well, the
not.
thing is, I mean, after seeing 2019, there's a lot of people that hopped on and thought like this is going to be our Sunday night look all the time.
But even when we was winning on that year that Lamar was MVP, it still wasn't pretty. It was still ugly a little bit. It was even the offense still had a little ugliness to it. Look how Jokers was getting. It wasn't like Joker like Mark Ingram wasn't in rare form and Gus wasn't in rare form running Jokers over. Like y'all don't remember the Rams game when Mark Ingram I love Webby, but he gave him the business. He ran him right over. I was like, that looked bad for you. Like we always been that type of team. We're not a pretty team.
Yeah, they want what they want on the outside, and they want that dog on the outside like other people get. They're like, where's our Justin Jefferson? That's what they want.
I mean, we gonna have. I could see Justice playing here. I could see him playing, but I'm just saying, like, especially the type of offense that we had at the time. At the end of the day, we still an ugly team. We gonna always be an ugly team. That's what made me a fan. Not just because I played defense in college, but that's what always made me a fan. That's like when I was in high school, the Ravens always reminded me of my high school team. Like we wanted to put you in the dirt. Like when we was trying to hit you, we was soul. Like that's all I that's why I always been a University of Miami fan, following Ray. Like that's the thing. That's the thing that makes our division better than anybody's division. I don't care what anybody say. You come and play somebody from this division, it's gonna be a black and blue day. It ain't gonna be nothing sweet. It's always gonna be a black and blue day. And everybody that gets in it may be a little bit softer now because of all the rules, but when we play the Steelers, it don't look pretty. It still don't look that pretty. So
yeah, and I think that's supposed to be the expectation. Like this is a gritty type team. That's what makes us different. I think that's why people get frustrated because while everybody else is bobbing, we weaving. You know that we do things differently here, and that I mean they're trying to adjust to some of the times, but they're not going to full on make that adjustment to where it's just something that like, hey, this that's not the Ravens. We'll say. I think even with this transformation of the offense, there's still going to be a great deal of ground game going on. It's going to settle a few people. You know, I feel like Dobbin's still going to get his.
and let me say this real quick too before everybody go off the edge. Temper your expectations on David Ojabo because I think people automatically think he's gonna come in there and explode. He only had 1 year of college that he was that good. That was his last year. So just remember that. Don't OD and be like, oh, it's gonna automatically. No, it's not gonna automatically happen. He may have some great games. He may not have no great games. But
I think he's gonna turn up.
No, I think he's gonna do well. But I don't. If he doesn't do extremely well, I'm not gonna be surprised. This is literally going to be his rookie year. He didn't play last year, but what, like 2 games?
Yeah,
He did something in the last game, and then in the playoff game, you didn't hear his name called in the playoff game.
mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So people automatically thinking every game he gonna get busy. Every game he may not do it. It's just simple. Both of these guys, they have untapped potential. That's the thing that makes it beautiful about both of them. Owe and Ojabo. They didn't start playing football until they were juniors in high school. What the heck? Gee.
That's the timer.
I see you. I like it. But they didn't start playing. They're late bloomers. It's just like, but at least they've been playing in that same position. Unlike Pat Queen came to LSU as a running back and switched over to defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that is the timer. Brought to you by Brooke.
Oh, she gave you that? She said that?
No. I was just saying it looks just like the ones that she usually puts up. So let's see what she said here. She said, "Oh yeah, okay." Lisa's saying Adafe Owe is a great pick. Let's see. Limited Reg is not pulling pressure on Ojabo. It's not his fault. The Ravens don't value the Achilles tendon. So I get this man a hug.
Yeah. You need a hug.
Right now, just get
You need a hug. You got a sore throat, can't talk. You need a hug. He been typing out his feelings. You've been typing out your
He's
feelings,
just feeling his soul right now, just letting it all out.
typing out your feelings, brother. Typing. Oh,
you hear me? You're on this pain.
are you really mad, son?
First thing we try to replace her.
I didn't do it. That was your boy. That wasn't me, bro.
I just figured we put yours a little bit, we make it big. We go big with it,
Oh,
See, I think the clock's like very similar. To think that even the times are actually the same on there.
you stole the emoji, yo.
Yeah, had to blow it up, making sure it looks good.
You stole the emoji. You stole the emoji.
But that puts us at about an hour, and I think I can go get some snuggles from my youngest and be able to relax with her for a bit and prepare for the day ahead. It's just been a very long day, so I can't go 2 hours with y'all today.
Yes.
But it has been
1 hour.
yeah.
Hi.
It's been a fun time. We really appreciate y'all. Monday, I'm not sure what the topic is, but you want to see a different topic, please. First of all, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and smack that bell so you know what's going down.
And give Reg a hug.
Yeah, give Reg a hug. Absolutely. But yeah, if you want to see a different topic, y'all can always DM me on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. Just hit Camru up if you want to talk topics as well, and give him different ideas, and we can all go ahead. But I appreciate y'all coming through to the home.
Don't message me on don't message me on YouTube. You better DM me. Hit me right on Instagram, yo.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in to the home of Original Sports Perspective. From our couch to yours, it's your couch writer Raven and my main man, Camru.
Yes, sir.
We're rocking it out every Monday and Wednesday at 9:45 Eastern. So thanks for coming through. Y'all take care. Peace out.
Good night.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, Original Sports Perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though. I keep ending these shows without saying happy birthday to people. Camru, happy birthday, man. We love you. So glad that you're a part of this show. I am grateful for you. I'm hoping you had the best birthday ever, man. And just live it up. Enjoy your life. Have a good time. Peace out.